The total number of known nuclear warheads worldwide was 12,705 in January 2022. That's a lot of explosives. In terms of destruction, it is much more worrying, with a single bomb being able to destroy 80 square miles. All of the warheads combined would be able to collectively impact over 1 million square miles. So how do countries protect these weapons? And could a hacker launch them? Nuclear weapons facilities are some of the most secure places. And surely this means they're unhackable, right? Wrong. In fact, there has been multiple cases that prove the contrary. For example, in 2010, Iran's nuclear program was devastated by a virus named Stuxnet. Stuxnet is thought to have been created as cyberwarfare by a combination of the US and Israel. The virus worked by targeting Windows networks and computer systems by continuously replicating itself. It is a very complex malware and has abilities beyond what has been seen previously, including faking sensors to make a system appear fine, and even being able to physically destroy some devices. Nuclear weapon sites are often air-gapped, meaning a hacker would be unable to access it remotely. So this begs the question, how did it infect Iran's nuclear program? The most likely way is being transmitted through a USB, allowing the virus to physically be downloaded onto the target system. To get the USB in, the surrounding shops were allegedly flooded with these infected USBs, in turn increasing the chance of a successful attack. Although we know it's possible to hack a nuclear site, it doesn't mean that a hacker could launch a nuke. If we take the United States for example, who own around 4,000 nuclear warheads, only one person has the ability to launch a nuke: the president. That fact becomes even scarier when you find out no one else has the ability to dispute the president's decision. It is an incredibly fragile system that allows for 8 minutes to make a decision on whether to start a nuclear war or not. The process to launch a nuke follows this simple process. First, the US Nuclear Command and Control System detects incoming missiles. Second, the Department of Defense takes approximately 1 minute to brief the president on what is happening. Thirdly, the president is given 7 minutes to talk to their advisors and come to a final decision. And lastly, the nuclear war starts. To confirm the attack, the president must do it, and also have a secret code which allows operators to confirm their identity. This makes it difficult for a hacker to launch a nuke, as they'd have to know this code and also perhaps be the president. This makes it very complex, but is there still another way to do it? Well, possibly. The highly intense situation around the decision to launch a nuke could cause a wrong decision to be made. Social engineering would be the most likely path a hacker would take. Manipulating the detection systems into thinking a nuke had been launched, or pretending to be another political leader, could result in a nuke being launched. And going about this would be no easy task. There has been a surprising amount of mistakes detecting missiles. In fact, a total of 22 known narrow misses have almost resulted in World War III. One of these narrow misses included a plane accidentally dropping a nuclear bomb and causing some chickens to be vaporized. Another situation that became very close to a nuclear war was on the 25th of January 1995, when the then Russian President Boris Yeltsin became the world's first leader to activate a nuclear briefcase. It happened after a satellite was launched from Norway was mistaken for a missile. This is something a hacker could potentially replicate, but would also require them to physically launch something, which seems somewhat unrealistic. A more likely scenario would be a denial of service attack. This is where a service is brought offline by overloading it with data. This would mean that the government wouldn't have the ability to prevent them from automatically launching. And a book looking into nuclear arms race included with an expert saying there is a growing concern about hackers, viruses or AI bots starting a nuclear war. The same expert was quoted, "We believe that the change of false alarms has gone up with an increased danger of cyber attacks," further solidifying this theory. In conclusion, this video points out how ridiculous the current system is and how few people have such control over many others. There is also only one definite way to prevent a nuclear cyber attack, which is to not have the nukes in the first place. Thank you very much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe to my cybersecurity newsletter, link in the bio.